What's up YouTube? Capital G here, checking out some new Destiny Heroes support that just got revealed coming out in our upcoming Battles of Legends. A bunch of cards got revealed from Battles of Legends, so I'll probably just spend the next few days covering these cards. One of these cards is just, it has insane potential, honestly, for Destiny Heroes, and I am very excited about it. So the card that I think is crazy good is Dr. D. This is a normal spell card with two effects. The first effect says banish one Destiny Hero monster from your graveyard, that is a cost. Add to your hand or special summon one Destiny Hero monster from your graveyard. The second effect says you can banish a card from your graveyard, then target two D Hero monsters you control. The attack of one of the monsters becomes the attack of the other monster. Okay, so Dr. D has crazy potential, and this is a very, very strong card. One of the first things that I thought was kind of eye-opening and just, I guess, shocking about this card, people pointed it out to me almost immediately, is that Dr. D is not a hard once per turn on any of the effects. You can activate as many copies of this card as you want in a single turn, and that's crazy because that's not really how Konami designs cards anymore. Also, when it comes to the second effect, the one that activates in the graveyard, you don't have to wait a turn or anything like that, so you can get both of the effects from this card almost, well, the turn that you activated, which is crazy. I really love the Monster Reborn effect of this card, especially when low-key D-Heroes still have some powerhouses, potentially like Destiny Hero Disc Commander. Never forget, for those of you who didn't play during GX, when that card was just running rampant, reborning a Disc Commander is a +2. You get to draw 2 cards, which is always going to be good in Yu-Gi-Oh! And then really, the second effect works naturally with the Monster Reborn effect. Let's say that you Monster Reborn a Disc Commander or a Diamond Dude, which this card has good synergy with, or maybe like a Malicious. You can take a bigger monster on field, maybe you have like one of the Destiny Fusion monsters, and then you can take the smaller monster like the Disc Commander, and you can give the Disc Commander the attack of the smaller monster. So even if you're reborning something puny like a Disc Commander, and you're thinking, okay, well, now I got a 300 attacker cap, what am I going to do with that? Well, you can just beat your opponent the hell down because you're making the stats of that monster much higher than it should be. So I look at this card, I think it's crazy. I mean, yes, you can just add one of your D-Heroes to your hand, but I think most of the time you're probably going to be using the Monster Reborn effect. And the last thing is, even when it comes to the cost of this card, like you could say, well, Cap, don't you always need to have 2 Destiny Heroes to get, the first effect? Like you need 2 in the graveyard. Not technically, like, not that that's a problem because Strato searches every Destiny Hero monster, D-Draw puts any D-Hero monster from your hand in the graveyard, and Fusion Destiny just kind of loads your graveyard up. Honestly, this card is just, like, insane. I predict Destiny Hero players will run at least a couple of copies of it. We have D-Force, which is a continuous spell card. This does, actually, no, it doesn't have any hard once per turns on it either. You got multiple effects. The first one says when this card resolves, you can add 1 D-Hero Plasma from your deck or graveyard to your hand. Second effect, while you control D-Hero Plasma, apply these effects. You cannot draw during the draw phase. Your opponent cannot target cards you control with card effects. Each Destiny Hero Plasma you control gains 100 attack for each monster in the graveyards, and it cannot be destroyed by opponent's card effects. Also, it can make a second attack each battle phase. So obviously, this card is looking to do one thing and one thing only, and that is buff the hell out of Destiny Hero Plasma. And don't get me wrong, Destiny Hero Plasma has always been a card that has crazy upside potential because basically it's a skill drain for your opponent's monsters, and then it also sucks up one of your opponent's monsters on summon, making it stronger, giving it higher attack. And this kind of, makes that obviously like a more powerful strategy because it makes it so your opponent can't target your plasma. They can't use things like Lightning Storm. They can't destroy it with card effects. They can run it over by battle, but usually that's pretty hard, especially considering they won't have on-field monster effects. My problem with this is it doesn't actually make plasma easier to summon. Like, it gets you to plasma. I mean, that's kind of cool. Like, it definitely will get you a search of plasma, or you can put a plasma from your graveyard into your hand if you like D-draw it away or something. But yeah, the main issue is it doesn't actually like help you summon plasma. I was hoping maybe it would make it so that you could summon it with like 1 less monster or something, but I I don't know. Obviously, this is like completely focused on one specific card, and if you want to play Plasma, it makes it a lot, better. But does it make it easier to summon? That's the question we need to ask ourselves. The non-skipping your draw phase, I don't actually think it's that. Like, I don't think it's the worst thing ever. Usually I would be like really opposed to that. However, you got enough benefits here with the search and then also non-targeting, making your plasma attack twice. You can potentially kill somebody. Can't be destroyed by card effects. Like, you have enough buffs on here to kind of mitigate the fact that you're not getting a draw, but I just don't know if it's going to be worth playing Plasma. Anyways, whatever you guys think of the D Hero support, you leave that in the comment section below. Thank you guys for watching as always.